Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you guys how to make this really cool LeMat revolver. It's the first part of a two-part series on how to make it, and this one focuses on really just making the general thing. And yeah. Alright, for this project you will need 12mm wood. It can be hardwood or just plywood. I got this as a scrap from the hardware store. Then some of this. Now it doesn't have to be specifically this thickness, but you'll need some of this wood. I'll explain to you on that part. Over here, this is 4mm thick plywood, and this over here, this is 6mm plywood. You will need about this much of each. This is more than enough for literally anything that we're going to be doing today. Right, the templates for the system parts, you should glue them together using wood glue, of course. And the templates, I'm using sellotape, but it's better if you use normal glue. But that stuff is too complicated for me, especially with removing them afterwards, and I don't have a planer, so yeah. Same thing for the trigger. And then for the side plates, I'm nailing them together where the holes for the system would be. And yeah, and for the frame, you just put it on with the grips, with the two grips. All that you need to do is put them together. Now I have run out of double-sided tape, so instead I'm just putting a bunch of sellotape and wrapping it around. I'm gonna hope that's gonna be enough, but these aren't really necessary for the system, so yeah. All of the pieces, you should assemble the rubber band gun to look like this. The hammer goes in here, and the trigger here, the rotor there. The hammer, you should attach 2 small rubber bands and double them over and attach them to a nail that will go in a slot back there. The trigger, you only really need to attach 1 for it to work well, and the rotor doesn't need to have anything attached to it. Just make sure that it can rotate. Here it can't. Well, 1 second. Make sure they can rotate when you've pulled back the hammer, and that when you fire the trigger, it goes into an angle so that the rubber band is fired. When you do this, like this, and make sure that at no point can it move completely freely and release all of the rubber bands at the same time. At the front over here, you should also cut out a notch that the rubber bands can go into. And yeah, that's mostly it. One thing that I haven't done yet, but I haven't uploaded in a while, and I should probably do that later on, is smoothing it out over here by whatever method you want. I'll be simply going with the scroll saw all around, and then I will be rounding it out using rasps and files, as well as a lot of sandpaper. Either way, this was a very fun project to make. And now I'll show you how to fire it. To load it, it's a bit tricky. So first off, you want to have this at an upright position. You take a rubber band and attach it from over here to the notch in the front. Then, while you're pulling this back, hold it from over here, press the trigger, put this all the way, and pull the hammer back up again. Then you can load another one.
You can load in about 5 to 6 shots with this.
Once you have loaded in your last round, what I do normally is just press the trigger so that you don't fire accidentally. Then, to fire it, very simple. Pull back the hammer and, oh, not working. Fire. And yeah, for me, I did a bit of a mistake, and if it stays back here and you notice that it's not going, just push it a bit to the front like this, then you can fire again. What you can also do with this gun is fan fire it. So yeah, the part where I actually work on finishing it up and making it look nicer, and I will also be adding a fake cylinder over here. That'll be in a part 2, which will come out in the next few weeks. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.